to Keeping Up with Kiana, and welcome back to another video. As you guys can see by the title of this video, today is going to be another episode of Cooking with the Kirklands.
I'm back.
We are going to be cooking tonight. Tonight on the menu we have
zucchini fries
and turkey burgers, which I'm super excited about because we have not had this in a while. This is one of our household faves, I would say. What'd you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm just looking at these glasses of wine. I don't know if Kiana's doing this because we're recording or drink wine is usually up here. She's trying to make it like how they do it in the movies. Don't try to have put a quarter of this wine in here.
Now I'm trying to pace myself. We're supposed to cheers. Okay, cheers. Because I know you want to take a sip. Go ahead.
And don't laugh at our crystal clack.
Right. Amazon. But we decided to do I guess kind of like random date night tonight. It's a Monday, so literally like nothing special. But we just wanted to cook, and we're gonna eat out on the balcony tonight, which I'm pretty excited about because we don't really do that. We don't have balcony furniture, so we don't really go out there much. But you know, I put some stuff together. Yeah, and we don't have a table, but I put some stuff together. I took out my little computer desk and took our bar stools, and you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. But we figured we would switch it up tonight instead of doing our usual, I guess, night routine of just coming home, hanging out, chilling, watching TV and stuff. So we're gonna do some music tonight, cook, have a little wine, and talk to y'all for a little bit. So let's get into it. All right, so what's the first step, babe? What do we need to do?
Well, what I'm about to do, we'll say what you're gonna do.
But tell them the first step for making the burger. Right,
so I'm gonna season this. So we're making turkey burgers. So this is ground turkey. And then Kiana's gonna cut up this zucchini into fries.
Yes.
Now, the reason why I paused and looked at this like this, I grew up in a household where there were 7 people in all of the house. And I was kind of,
see if it's gonna be enough.
I know it's gonna be enough. But I had to tell my brain that it was gonna be enough.
It is. It's just me and you. That's about 4 burgers.
That looked like 2 burgers, right? Like 2 burgers. Talking about the 4. This looks like 2. You think that looked like okay?
It don't look like it, but I know it's gonna be about 4.
Okay.
It gotta be, because I'm like, I need one tonight and I need one tomorrow.
Are we gonna cook these in the skillet, or are we gonna cook these on the grill? No, because I don't feel like washing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's up to you.
All right. So one thing about turkey, and then we'll get into conversations and then all of that other stuff. It is like you don't really taste the seasoning as much as you would with maybe beef, and I think because it has to do with the fat content. But so you have to kind of over season it without making it salty. Yeah. This tastes good.
Secret key ingredient.
Hold on, what's that YouTube thing? Oh, it worked. Oh, snap. Oh, that. But
yes, onion. What is that? Onion soup seasoning. It's definitely a must-have for the turkey burgers. Like, they really just kind of take it up to the next level. Like, I don't know what's in there, but it does. They understood the assignment.
They did not sponsor this video.
Right. Lipton call me.
Right. So I'm probably gonna use 1 whole pack of this along with some other seasoning. Again, ground turkey just does not have as much flavor as beef, but it is healthier.
What else are you gonna use to season?
I haven't really decided yet, but I can say. You all remember the last video? We said there were a couple of core seasonings. Do you remember?
I do. Do y'all remember? Comment down below if you remember what seasonings you
Right now, press pause and comment below because I'm about to tell you.
Did you comment?
Even though I don't even.
Okay.
And I don't remember what I told them, but it's the same for.
I remember, yeah.
So.
Yes.
Garlic powder. Let me go ahead and babe, hold the bowl, and I'm gonna do the seasoning.
You want it only garlic?
I don't have the arm, but I season like I do. So I don't need. There's a couple of teaspoons of that.
Right, we don't measure. Honestly, I season by smell. Like, if it smells like, this smells like how my mama would make it, then I feel like that's kind of good enough. I feel like you should really.
That doesn't sound like that's, because that's not always accurate, because those stuff might be bland. I just know. I think because I've cooked it so many times. Talking about some I smell. How do you know how much seasoning you put in?
Because, like, you know, when you're frying chicken and you smell it before, and it's like, it's not smelling as
onion powder,
garlicky, or as oniony as it typically does. So,
lemon pepper.
A little lemon pepper.
We told you all about that one last time.
Right.
And then a little regular pepper. So this is I don't know if we told you all this last time, but this is a great salt substitute. I mean, it still contains salt. It's a seasoning blend called Nature Seasoning. It's Morton's. However, it's not just straight up just salt, and it's a good substitute. So Nature Seasoning. Now this next seasoning, mind your business.
What?
I've been using this seasoning since I've been a kid. Recently, they trying to tell you to give you cancer.
Oh,
I don't know about all that because they ain't never gave nobody in my family accent salt.
Oh Lord.
And this enhances the flavor. I know this is so bad for you. I don't care. And then
the packet.
The packet.
Y'all see me again, not really cooking.
Some of you will get help. I know y'all like, dang, this nigga putting a lot of seasoning in here. It's really not, guys, it's turkey. All right, and then you kindly mix it.
Mix it all together. And so while Eli is mixing, I'm going to start cutting my lovely zucchinis into little zucchini fries. Honestly, y'all, it's nothing special. I'm just going to slice it into exactly little smaller rectangles, and we're gonna call it a day. All right, guys, so for our topics tonight, as y'all saw last time, I tried to do the whole little sticky note things, and that kind of wasn't really working. So tonight we are going to try something a little different and just kind of see how it goes. So if y'all remember, I can't remember exactly what video it was, but the last time I went to the Jennifer Hudson show, they gave us a free game from Russell Westbrook, the basketball player. Yeah. His wife, called Do Tell, which is a conversation card game. So we pulled a couple of cards from here. I pulled like 5, Eli pulled like 5. Probably not going to go through the entire thing because that's kind of a lot to write. I'm like, you got a whole little stack over there.
I'm more than 5.
But anyway, these are going to be our conversation pieces today. I have not seen what Eli has picked and vice versa, so I don't know. We're gonna see how this goes. Again, kind of just winging it, but the goal is obviously just to have some fun conversation topics and to show y'all this great meal that we're about to prepare. So I'm gonna switch the camera angle really quick, and then we'll hop back on and continue cooking and start off with that first card. You gonna pull the first card, or you want me to?
I'll pull, or you want to, actually, you pull.
Okay.
And I have to keep remembering that I'm taller, because last time my head kept getting cut out.
Okay.
And you pick the top card?
I mean, let's see. What is the most common misconception that people have about you? That's kind of easy, I think. I would say that people think that I'm like stuck up, which I don't know. You know, I guess.
'Cause you light skin.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess looks could be deceiving, but I don't think that I am. Like, I think I'm pretty approachable, and I think that I'm very nice and kind. So yeah, I think that would be my misconception, what people think about me. It's not true, y'all.
I'll say you're actually one of the most down to earth people.
Thank you.
I want to marry nobody stuck up.
Right?
But most common misconception about me, I think I kind of talked about it last video, that I'm not as outgoing as everybody thinks I am.
Yeah.
Like, I am, because I'm not fake, but people think that I'm want to be that way, or I am that way all the time, and I'm just simply not. So then when I'm not that way, then people are like, oh, that's not the Eli I know.
Exactly, yeah.
Or this is nice to meet you, this is the real Eli.
Here I am in a regular mood, like everybody else.
Exactly, like I'm not always on 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
that
all
was
right,
a good one.
Let's do, I guess, 2 more quick ones, and then get back into the food.
Okay. Physical intimacy or emotional intimacy? Which do you value most in relationships, and why? For me, I would say emotional intimacy, just because I'm an emotional kind of girl. Like, I cry at stuff that I watch on TV, or if I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see like something that's sad, most likely I'm going to cry. But also, I think it's important for me in a relationship, just because I am so like in tune with my emotions. I need you to like also be able to like understand
You
that.
look like you're about to cry right now.
No, I'm not that emotional, but
I'm really in tune with my emotions. But go ahead. Finish.
no, but you know, because I am so in tune with my emotions, I kind of need someone to, you know, be there to help me, one, like go through it, or just to be there to kind of like understand. So that would be for me.
Right. For me, it's definitely, I was gonna say physical.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely emotional intimacy, because to me, when you have emotional intimacy, the physical kind of just comes along with it. Like, when you're emotionally attached to somebody, then you just want to be touching them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how it is. It is how it is.
True.
So, I look at them as equals.
Yeah.
But you need one in order
Exactly,
for the
to
other.
have the other. I agree.
All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
What is a unique quality that you appreciate about yourself?
Ooh, is it?
So I basically, like, nobody's a stranger to me.
Yeah.
I basically can talk to anybody. I can find something in common with each and every person. It does not matter what your background is. I'm gonna find something that we have in common, because I really do believe that as humans, we just try to get through this thing called life.
Yeah.
And if I can help make that easier by putting a smile on your face, or if I can help make that easier by letting you know, I've dealt with that too, and this is, you know, then I try to when I can. So, what about you?
And you're really good at that. But I would say for me, I'm good at, is it good at, or what are you?
What is a
Oh, what
unique
do I
quality
appreciate
that you
about
appreciate about yourself?
What I appreciate about myself is the fact that I'm able to kind of like just go after things that I want. For the most part, like, I'm not afraid to, you know, go after what I want in life. Like, whether that's moving to another state. Like, when I moved to Atlanta, there was no question in my mind, like, oh, I probably shouldn't do this. I probably should have prepared more, but
You think so?
I mean, just because.
What do you
I
feel
would
like
say,
in Atlanta you should have prepared more for?
well, not necessarily what I should have prepared more for, but I'm the kind of person that, like, I have an idea and then I kind of just go after it. You know, like, even with Black Girl Lay, like, y'all saw, like, I said, okay, I announced it on YouTube, like, I'm gonna start Black Girl Lay. Then I just did it. And not that it wasn't, you know, successful, but it was just, there was no, like, real plan, I guess, behind it, if that kind of makes sense. Like, of course, I had some brainstorming ideas, but, you know, I could have prepared a little bit more. But anyway, this is not what I don't like. This is what I appreciate.
But I also think that that can be a good thing, because simply, like, a lot of people, including myself sometimes, will have a great idea, start to plan it, and then talk myself out of it, because you start to think about all the things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
And I think what you do, whether you think about the things that can go wrong or not, you're like, well, like I said, I'm gonna do it, let me do it. I'll talk myself out of it. I'll be like, you know what, I really don't even feel like doing this anyway, so.
Exactly, yeah. But that's one thing that I can appreciate, because I'm like, whether it was a blog or even a YouTube channel, you know, like, there's honestly not much in life that I didn't want that I haven't at least attempted to go after. So that's one thing that I can appreciate about myself, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I need to grab a knife.
But this is what the meat looks like seasoned. And like I said, I use this spoon, which I really should have used my hand, because I'm gonna have to use my hand anyway to form these patties. But this is what it looks like. I'm gonna try to put these into 4 patties and go from there. Kiana has still to put up these zucchini fries. But
okay.
what I am gonna do is I'm gonna start, just put a little bit of, just a little oil at the bottom. Use whatever oil you wanna use. Just a tiny little bit, just so then it doesn't stick at the bottom.
Yeah. We're in olive oil / avocado oil kind of household, so. No. I'm gonna move the camera over here. Oh yeah, that was because fried chicken. That was for fried chicken.
Please, no, I ain't frying no chicken with no olive oil, boy. I ain't frying no chicken with no olive or no avocado. Give me that vegetable.
That's so silly.
Clog my arteries. Shoot.
Yeah, stupid. That was for when we fried some chicken, but on the regular, you know, I guess we just like to use olive and avocado.
All right, so Kiana's cutting that up. I am going to be forming these into patties, but before I do it, I'm going to set up these questions. So, because I know I'm not going to be able to touch it. So I'm going to set these questions out so I can ask them while I'm forming these patties so we can multitask. Another thing I'm bad at. All right, so going back into relationships. In an intimate relationship, are you typically dominant or submissive?
I would say for me, I think I'm a little bit of both, but mostly submissive. Would you? Well, I don't care if we agree or not. That's what I think.
I would agree.
I would say a little bit of both, just because I am the oldest child. And so with that, like, I'm kind of used to, you know, having control, I guess, to an extent. And then also kind of like making rules or establishing rules. Like, I'm used to being the oldest sister, you know?
Used to being a boss.
Exactly. So I think naturally I'm always gonna kind of have that in my relationship, but also I obviously like respect my husband. And then also too, like, even as the oldest, like, or just in general, like, I'd be tired of being in control sometimes, you know? So it's like I can also humble myself and be submissive in that way as well. So I would say a little bit of both, but mostly submissive.
I think I'm usually dominant because I'm usually dominant in most relationships in my life. I think because I was the oldest boy and I've always been the one to tell everybody what to do. And I've always kind of been like a leader. So I've always had that dominance, but I'm learning how to be submissive in certain, especially like even in our marriage, I'm learning how to be submissive in certain areas. Simply because like you don't always have to be in charge. You know what I'm saying? Other perspectives are. And I mean, it also depends on what your definition of submissive is. And too, the wife is typically always right. So I'm like,
I mean, you know, so I'm like, if I were you, I would probably listen to me too. You know, no, I'm joking. Okay, what would you say?
Right.
What would you say?
No, but I'm learning to be like I've realized and I've accepted the fact that I'm always going to have a dominant personality because it's just who I am. But I've learned how to follow. Sometimes I don't always have to lead.
Exactly.
But I'm learning. I like to tell people what to do because I always think that I'm right. And me realizing that I'm not always right has humbled me. Where I don't always feel the need to tell everybody what to do. So we're gonna leave it at that.
Exactly. That was good though. Thank you for acknowledging. Alright guys, so let me update y'all and show y'all where we're at. Here are the burgers. Ooh. Yummy, yummy. Well, I'm still cutting my fries, but here we are, literally just regular rectangle. Then I need to finish cutting.
You gonna take one of these sauces with you?
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to get into the next question. Would you ever consider being in an open relationship? You want to answer?
You have to answer.
Yeah, I don't think I would consider it. Even I think it's kind of hard to say now because we are so like fresh in our marriage, but
we've been together for 10 years.
Yeah, but still, you know. But I don't think I would consider it. Just I don't like to share when it comes to like my man, so I don't think that that's something I would be interested in. Like I feel like I would think it's like a good idea at the time, and then basically just like how it always ends up in all those movies, like they think the girl thinks that it's a good idea, like, oh, let me give you a little hall pass. I just watched that with Candy Burris and Ty Tucker. They have a movie out on Peacock, which is kind of about that. But anyway, you know, like you think it's a good idea, and then you do it, and then now he can't stop, and here we are. But yeah, I don't think I would be interested in an open relationship. Would you?
No, I mean, no, I wouldn't. Simply because it just never ends well. Like you look at, I mean, usually the people that have open relationships and it ends well, you don't really know about, other than like maybe like Monique and Sydney. And I'm very questionable as to how much they step out on their relationship.
Exactly. Or who else? Will and Jada, I think too, allegedly.
Really? Yeah. Allegedly, well, they for that period of time.
Yeah.
But that did not end well for them because they end up being that whole entanglement thing ended up happening. Somebody ends up being jealous. Somebody ends up, you know what I'm saying, feeling like you're giving more attention to the other person than you know the actual relationship. It just never ends well. It sounds nice. It sounds like it's fun, but it really isn't because. And then from what I hear, the grass ain't green on the other side. Exactly. So I don't think I would ever do that.
Grass is green over here, ain't it?
Grass is green.
Okay, what's the next? Well, actually, hang on, y'all. I need to take a break. I just finished finally cutting my little zucchini. Y'all know it takes me forever to cut stuff, but anyway, I'm gonna season it with our top 3 I guess. Really the 4. So I'm gonna season that. You wanna ask the next question, babe?
What does having a good life mean to you? Whew. To me, the older I get, the more I realize that the more mentally stable you are, the better your life is.
Man.
It's not about how much money you got in your bank account, even though that can help.
It is.
As far as situations and what you're able to provide for yourself and taking away stresses. But when you're mentally there,
Yeah.
it does not matter what situation you're in. It's all about perspective. And you can have somebody can be a millionaire, you know, have the perfect American dream life, so it seems, and then be unhappy.
Right.
Then also you can have somebody who's completely broke and is just happy because they have love,
Yeah.
they have peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning peace is mandatory.
Exactly.
So to me, a good life, while on top of that being financially stable,
Yeah.
and basically just having your needs being met, like
Yeah.
not really, and then also being emotionally intelligent. I'm also learning that, because you can also have all the money in the world, but if you are not emotionally intelligent, which basically goes hand in hand with the mental,
Yeah.
then it's just not a good life.
I would agree. But just to kind of add in some things. Now it's gonna be salty.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And that's what I mean. You are very lightheaded with the seasonings, and now I see why this stuff be
Because I
bland.
still have more to go. I still gotta add on the garlic powder and the cayenne.
Yeah. The question is, what does having a good life mean to you?
Oh, hang on. Let me show y'all first before. Okay, so this is season now. But what does having a good life mean to me?
You can answer out straight.
So I agree with all those things. Basically, yeah. Just being in a good space mentally, and I feel like with that, for me personally, kind of what helps, or I feel like what helps me achieve peace is like basically also having a good spiritual life. Like I feel like when I have a good spiritual life, that's kind of when I'm like at my best as far as like mentally, just because like for me, I just overthink a lot. You know, my mind is always racing, honestly. Zucchini fries. How long are you gonna put them on there for?
We kind of just put them in here on 400 degrees until they're brown enough for us.
Probably about 12 to 15 minutes.
Good thing this isn't a cooking show.
I know, right? But I would say probably about a good 12 to 15 minutes. But anyway, yeah, so I would say for me, what I would consider having a good life is, you know, being mentally stable, being spiritually stable, which would then in turn make me emotionally stable. Of course, you want to live a comfortable life as far as like finances and just being able to do stuff. Just because, kind of like you said, like I don't care what nobody says, like money does play a part in, I guess, your happiness. And then also too, just being fulfilled. Like I think as long as I'm doing what I want to do in my life, like whether that's, you know, on a day-to-day enjoying my hobbies on a regular basis, or whether that's career-wise, whatever that looks like for me. I think as long as I'm fulfilled, to me that is honestly like a good life. So that's kind of my overall
And to
goal.
me, that is the best answer. Like whatever is fulfilling to you, to me, is what makes it a good life. Like,
yeah.
And another thing we kind of forgot was like physical health.
Yes.
And working out and stuff.
Yes.
When we don't work out, we feel it.
Exactly.
Like
And I just
mentally
feel good in my body.
and physically.
Yeah.
But a fulfilling life, or to summarize it all, the question was, what does having a good life mean to you? And I think that we can both agree that having a good life means that you can control it. I mean, of course there are situations that you can't control, but you basically have control over your life.
My life, yeah. I'm in charge of my life and what's going on.
Absolutely. What you allow, what you don't allow. So, yeah.
Good one. Is this our stack here? Okay, so next card is, what is your biggest fear in life? I would say for me, outside of like the standard, like I'm afraid of heights. I don't want to die a tragic death, you know, like just let me die in my sleep. But outside of that, I would have to say my biggest fear in life is, I guess, like failing, honestly.
That's literally my answer.
Really?
My biggest fear in life is failure.
Yeah, and that's at like anything. Like I want to, or everything. Like I want to be a successful wife. I want to be a successful mom. One day I want to be successful in my career and in my own personal desires. And I think that like if those things kind of don't come to pass, like if I just kind of, like in my head I'm imagining like right now I have all these goals and I have all these dreams that I want to go after. And if it comes, you know, fast forward to my life 10 years from now, and it's like, you didn't do none of that. Like you didn't try to go after nothing. You didn't try to attempt to do anything. Like, and you kind of just failed at life. To me, that is like my biggest fear.
Same.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is failure.
Yeah.
And that's every area in life.
Exactly.
But I'm also learning to embrace failure.
Yeah.
I'm learning that that's a part of the process of success.
Yeah.
I think, I don't remember who said it, but they were basically saying to me that, you know, failure is not the opposite of success. It's included in it.
Yeah.
And you have to fail over and over and over again, be told no over and over again in order to succeed. And I would agree with you. I think failure, failure, and honestly, I'm scared. Like I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like that's like, and my thing is my biggest, because I don't think anybody. There's so many people in my life who have gone schizophrenic, committed suicide, just from like high school and stuff, or just ended up being a totally different person.
Yeah.
And my biggest fear is that that's gonna happen to me, simply because I've always thought like, oh, surely that's not gonna happen to me. But these are people that I used to hang around.
Yeah.
These are people that were completely normal, and now they're completely out of it or no longer here.
Yeah.
And that's literally my prayer every day. Is like, Lord, just keep my mind. Like, keep my mind.
That is very true, because I feel like that's something that's to an extent like out of your control. You know?
Exactly.
And then too, like also, because again, you just kind of really never know what somebody's going through. So like, let's say it's a death that can trigger that. You know what I mean? And then it's like now from death, like I have lost my entire mind, and I'm not even the same person anymore.
Well, we rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. But I definitely, like you kind of scared me on that one. But yes. That is a good
Don't be scared. Then you need the spirit of fear.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, that was a good one. So what do you consider the biggest red flag in an intimate relationship?
The biggest?
Yeah, the biggest red flag.
The biggest red flag.
I would say, while you're thinking, I guess. It's one thing to like I mentioned earlier, like I'm the oldest, so I'm kind of used to being in control. That's different than like you being in a relationship and people are telling you who you can and cannot talk to, or you know, trying to actively literally control everything about your life. I would say for me that's really a big red flag, because I think like in a relationship you should still have freedom to kind of like be who you are and talk to who you want to talk to, or whatever the situation may be. Now obviously if it's causing harm to your relationship, then that's another story. But if off the gate they just like, oh no, I don't want you talking to this person because I don't want you talking to guys, or you know, based off their own insecurities or whatever the situation may be, to me I would say that's a pretty big red flag. What would you say? Especially because I'm interested to hear what you have to say as a guy, just because, you know.
This is an easy question.
Really?
Very easy.
Go ahead.
Liars. Sneakiness and liar. Like, to me, if you can lie to me even about the smallest thing, I can't trust nothing you say. There's absolutely nothing you say. Like if you, I don't care. Like to me, I would rather a big lie, because it's like, okay, you know, at least that was a reason to lie. But especially the people that lie over dumb stuff, like you didn't even have to lie, but you chose to lie in this situation. So to me, if you lie, I'm done.
I would have to agree. That is the biggest one. If I have to choose, like, lying, because it just ain't cool. And like,
it's demonic.
I mean, it is.
Lying comes straight from the pit of hell.
No, it does. You better
I don't like sneaky liars. Anybody that's sneaky, like,
Yeah, no, I agree. Whatever.
All right, last question. This is the biggest. We're gonna end on this question. The biggest lesson you've learned this year. I got it.
Wow, I'm gonna have to ponder on this one. Biggest lesson.
biggest lesson that I can answer, the biggest lesson that I've learned this year that is, first of all, let me start off by saying this is not the biggest lesson I've learned in life. This is the biggest lesson I've learned this year, and I do believe that every single year God has a lesson for me to learn. Like that is the ongoing thing. Like until I learn this lesson, I'm gonna keep going through situations that are just gonna test this.
Yeah.
And for me this year, it's been, if you don't do it, nobody else will.
Yeah.
And that goes for everything in life. Especially when it pertains to the things that I want in life and the things that I want to do. I can't sit around and wait for it to come to me.
Yeah.
I have to go out and go get it myself. And so yeah, that along with people pleasing, I think that kind of like kind of make everybody happy. Like you just can't make everybody happy. I think that's you know a lesson we all can learn.
Exactly. That's good. To kind of I think mine kind of goes with your first one. As far as you said, kind of just like go after it and just do it. My thing that I've kind of learned this year, and this is just across the board, I feel like in life, you know, as it relates to this year, is you unfortunately have to be consistent. Like it doesn't matter.
Unfortunately.
Like in all things, and really I'm thinking about like working out, and then obviously like my active goals and stuff. Aside of that, as far as it relates to my goals, because again, kind of going back to the whole me kind of always like having ideas and stuff, it's like you can have ideas and you can start it, but if you're not consistent in it, it's like that means nothing. And I heard something the other day, somebody said, I feel like it was Michelle, but I don't know, but they were saying that basically Michelle Williams, but we were watching an interview, she was on the Terrell show, but anyway, go watch it if you haven't heard it yet. But anyway, yeah, basically they were talking about consistency. And basically they were saying that when you're consistent, you gain people's trust, because now they know that they can trust you because you continue to show up for yourself time after time. So basically that's something that I've kind of been learning throughout this year. And basically it all just kind of comes from within. Like there's nothing nobody else can do to help you basically be consistent or go after things that you want to go after, but it's something that self-discipline, you know, like it's self-discipline for a reason. Like you have to do it yourself. So.
Absolutely. And I would go as far as to say,
Come on, why? Okay, well, you would go as far as
to say that consistency is something that we all do, but it all depends on what we're being consistent to.
Yeah.
So whatever you're being consistent in your life is what's going to be in the forefront. So if that is eating bad, sleeping in, like that's what your life is going to become. What we don't realize is the more we start to do those other things, it becomes just as easy as doing what you're doing right now, that these unhealthy habits, it just becomes natural. So you can retrain and rewire your brain to do things that are productive to your life, and you will definitely not only feel it in your body, but you'll see the fruit of it in your personal life.
Yeah, that's good. Another thing, I mean, I know they only asked for one thing that you learned, but another thing that I learned kind of coincides with what you're saying, but perspective. I've really learned this year how important perspective is. And what I mean by perspective is like the way that you view your life. I think it's really easy to complain. Just having a good perspective and just looking at the brighter side of things really does make all the difference. Like it really does. And even to just being cautious of the things that you're saying. Because like I said, I complain a lot. But if all you hear out of my mouth is I'm complaining, that's
gonna become your reality.
Exactly. And I'm like, why would God want to bless me if I'm just gonna complain?
Whatever is on the forefront, like if on the forefront of your mind is always negative, like what can go wrong, what is going wrong, what you want to do better, that's what your life is going to become. Like if you make a habit of complaining, you're going to complain about things that you don't even realize you're complaining about, because complaining becomes your nature. That's why we're really working on just walking in gratitude. Like, all right, this is not the ideal situation, but Lord, I thank you. You know what I'm saying? So perspective, and we just keep going back and forth when it comes to this, because these are conversations that we have.
It is.
But perspective, and that really goes for your situation in life. If you're going through anything in life right now, or if you're going through a negative season, because we all go through those negative seasons, try to change your perspective. Those are the best times to regroup. Those are the best times to restart. Like, okay, I'm at the bottom. All I can do from here is build.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Acknowledge and just do better.
Absolutely. Acknowledge and move forward.
Exactly. But that is going to wrap up our little segment here on this little card game.
Sister Evangelist Kiki Palmer
Oh. Go ahead.
said it the best. You got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Oh. Keep it moving.
That is so funny. Well, shout out to Evangelist Kiki Palmer
Oh, yes.
for the song of the night.
Keep it moving.
That is so funny. Okay, well, we're going to straighten up here a bit. We're gonna get some more wine, and we'll hop back on once the food is, you know, looking presentable. Look, the bun's bigger than the
That's because those weren't meant for that.
yeah.
Those were for everything that I got in.
Alrighty guys, our meal is finally done. It took a little bit longer than we expected, but it's gonna be so good and delicious.
First bite.
Yes. You gotta have the
You
aioli
have the first
sauce.
bite.
Right.
Dip it in the aioli sauce.
A little aioli.
Wish you were here.
Right, we're gonna eat for y'all, but we're going to take our plates out to the balcony and of course eat our meals. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this cooking video. Let us know if you guys want to see more of these. Drop some topics down below if you guys want us to discuss some things or even some recipes. Like, I'm always open to more recipes, and we always talk about what we're gonna have for dinner. So we would love to hear from y'all.
We always have the same thing.
Exactly, right.
We're not, you know.
Exactly. So if y'all have a recipe that y'all want us to try, please let us know, because we are looking for new ideas. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're about to go eat, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.